My name is Sherry Baylis, and I'm going to present to you the flag in 2026. Our great United States flag is loved by all Americans. However, not all know what our founding fathers said about how to use the flag, and what the Supreme Court says that you can use the flag. Tonight we're coming together for many purposes. One purpose is to learn about where the flag code is. Now, the flag code is located in a document. It's called the United States Code. Many people do not know this. It's often not taught in schools, collegiate level, university level, or even in the military. Inside of the United States Code, which is 54 titles, and mainly about how to be an American. If you want to find and seek that document out, I recommend reading that. It is a great read. Inside of that, Title 4 is all about the flag of the United States of America. Now, our most recent addition, I should call it, of the flag code comes to us in 1923. Now, as you just saw in that walkthrough, we're going to be highlighting a lot of these items here to make them clear as to what they are and how they, are correlated to our lives in 2026. Now, there was a proclamation made by our president, Woodrow Wilson, in 1960, and it took many years to groom into what we have as our flag code today in 1923. I wrote a book called Absence of Dignity, Restoring the Experience of the American Flag. And this book highlights Title 4 of the United States Code. So, to begin, I have the United States Code, Title 4, Section 8. Now, each section of the flag code covers a different part of how to care for the flag, when it should be flown, how it should be flown, the dimensions, the requirements of everything pertaining to the flag. And you can, it's a little hard, but you can find this document yourself online. And we are going to just go over respect for the flag. Now, this table is presented to you with much emphasis on Section 8, Title 4. And I'm just going to quickly read through what Section 8, and there's all of the other sections, which, like I said, I like how to have a flag pole, the size of the flag for each pole, all of the different parameters, when to fly it, what days of the year, half-staffed, and all of those technical things that we do with our flag. However, respect for the flag has changed through the years. And I just want you to understand, and as this video went through and we looked at some of these things, this is what our founding fathers and the evolution of what Woodrow Wilson did in 1960 evolved into. Now, this is as it is written. No disrespect should be shown to the flag of the United States of America. The flag should not be dipped to any person or thing. Regimental colors, state flags, or organizational institutional flags are to be dipped as a mark of honor. A. The flag should never be displayed with the Union down except in duress. We know that. Okay, and here we go. B. The flag should never touch anything beneath it, such as the ground, water, or merchandise. C. The flag should never be carried flat or horizontal, but always aloft and free. D. The flag should never be used as wearing apparel, bedding, drapery. It should never be festooned, drawn back, nor up, nor in folds, but always to be able to fall for freedom. The bunting of blue and red and white, always arranged with the blue above, the white in the middle, and the red below. Should it be used for a speaker's desk, draping it in the platform in the front for a decoration, etc. The flag should never be fastened, displayed, used, or stored in such a manner as to permit it to be easily torn, soiled, or damaged in any way. F. The flag should never be used as a covering for a ceiling. G. The flag should never have placed upon it, and let us understand this, the flag should never have placed upon it, nor any part of it, nor attached to any mark, any insignia, any letter, any word, any figure, any design, any picture, or any drawing of any nature. Those things should never be done. H, the flag should never be used as a receptacle for receiving or holding or carrying or delivering anything ever. I, the flag should never be used for advertising purposes in any manner whatsoever. It should not be embroidered on such articles such as cushions or handkerchiefs or the like. It should never be printed or otherwise impressed into paper napkins or boxes or anything that is designed for temporary use and then to be discarded. Advertising signs should not be fastened to the staff or the hailer from which the flag is being flown. J, no part of the flag should ever be used as a costume or an athletic uniform. However, a flag patch may be affixed to the uniform of a military personnel, a fireman, a policeman, or members of a patriotic organization. The flag represents a living country and is itself considered a living thing. Therefore, a lapel pin, being a replica, should be worn on the left lapel near the heart. K, the flag, when it is in such condition that it is no longer a fitting emblem for display, should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning. Now, my book is written mainly about this section, respect for the flag. Now, our founding fathers felt that it was very important to write this, and the reason being for it is because our flag represents freedom, liberty, and justice. Now, our founding fathers put forth this great document, and I do have it in my book, and hopefully my book will get out to all you guys out there soon enough. So, with that being read, in our country today, in 2026, our flag is used in all of those ways, in all of those applications, and our founding fathers' advice has been disregarded. So, I'm here to say, is it important to realize what the founding fathers were saying? So we're going to go through this display here, and we're going to understand what the founding fathers meant and what happened. Now, the what happened part, in 1968, the Supreme Court took on a case in which it was a flag burning case, and the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the man who burned the flag. Now, when that happened in 1968, a big shift happened because the Supreme Court ruled that the flag is a symbol that you can disparage if you choose to. It is titled underneath the First Amendment right, and so as your First Amendment right, you can do whatever you want to with the flag. Now that was 100 miles away from what our founding fathers said. So from 1968 to currently in 2026, we have had a boom in marketable patriotism. So marketable patriotism is what's on these tables. So oftentimes people who feel patriotic and want to express their patriotism buy patriot-like things to help them feel patriotic. However, that's a very wrong choice because of the Supreme Court. Now, what I would like to see in this book that I've written and in this presentation that I'm doing, I would like to see the document, the United States Code, and especially Title IV, the whole thing, but Section 8 importantly, brought back into our education system. We had such a cognitive dissonance happening over the flag and what the mallet went down in the Supreme Court and they became the law of the land versus our founding fathers. Now, I would like to see the founding fathers brought back in what they said that we should do with our flag, because now we've got a lot of things that are not so flag-like going on here. So I'm going to put down this mic for a minute, and I'm going to speak a little bit louder. And I'm going to head down to the other end of this table, and we're going to go over a couple of things, and we're going to run down it. And you, by the time this presentation is over, are going to understand that you have to decide, do you want to believe what the founding fathers gave us, or do you want to believe what the Supreme Court has said, do anything you want with the flag? And you can decide that. But ultimately, what I would like to see is this document brought back into society. So this is an effort to do that. And we're going to go and make some connections here to this document. So I'm going to leave this mic and we're going to head down here. I have a picture of my Uncle Bob, and this was a flag that he had given me. My family has been in the service for many years. I understand what it means to be giving your life to the country. So we want to highlight soldiers. So for not only my uncle, but for all soldiers, we have these roses here tonight. And this is for all soldiers that have ever served in the 250 years of the United States of America, and all those yet to serve, because we have soldiers that aren't even born yet. So those ones yet to come. And we would like to think of them now and keep them in our hearts and our minds. Now my sister Rachel, the government gave us this flag, and she's been in the service for 28 years, and she is a patriotic woman serving in our army. And she flew this on a gun truck in the Iraq War, and was delivering supplies. And I'm just so proud of her, and I know that this effort goes out to all servicemen and women, because we honor them with our flag use, or dishonor them with our flag use. I've put here a couple of my degrees. I have a degree in communications, and I think the entire degree program that I went for was just to be able to do this for society in this day and age. Now, what I have here is cemetery, and we're all heading there. So, and we have flag use in the cemetery. Now, people take the flag and put it in the ground, or they put it in one of these medallions. Okay, we have these medallions here. These medallions at one time were made from precious metal, good metal. And what happened, grave robbers came and they realized that they were putting these grave markers in that were able to be melted down and sold. So they were stolen. So over time, what was really a great idea to honor, each medallion has the branch of the service that they represented. It's hard to see in this one here, but they do, each branch of the military have their own medallion. And a flag gets stuck in it. And I'm not sure that we really need these medallions now, because when they had them and they were precious metal, they were very strong and they were very sturdy, and they were what they were to do was to hold the flag sturdy. But since that happened, these have become plastic, and people have to put tape on them, and they often break and they fall apart. And these sticks are what people use now, because these medallions are not. So in the flag use, we have this very important thing. The flag ends up on the ground, and these are all flags that I've collected from the cemetery. At one time, this flag was impaled into the ground. This flag here was put into a ground, and it had mere staples on it. Now, are these flags really all weather? Now, this flag right here, you can see the material. It is not all weather, purposeful flags. Now, you impale the ground with the flag, and you stick it there. And now our founding fathers said that the flag should be lit at night, and somebody should be in responsibility of that flag. But we take all of these flags and go stick them in the cemetery, and then we leave them. So is it the cemetery keeper's job to monitor these flags, or is our flag use for us? Are we really honoring the dead when we put these flags and flags like this into the ground? This was found on the ground. Somebody had left this, and it was in the bushes. So these flags break. We want to look at our flag use, and I bring you to the cemetery. If you don't go to the cemetery, you won't know it. But if you do go to the cemetery, you'll know this is happening. And we have this picture here. Now, this cemetery has a flagpole that is lit, and it has a great soldier area there. There's a lot of great men in this actual burial area, because I do know this cemetery very well. But should the cemetery allow this, or should they have one flag that takes care of all? So we want to think about that. So now this here, okay, this is the main goal of the book. And so we're going to take a little turn here, and we're going to turn all the way down, because everything is about the flag. So just keep your mind rolling. So now here it is. There are no laws or etiquette for our American flag on internet use and technology transfer. Okay, so we need to teach the flag code to everyone. So in our founding fathers said that the flag should always fly aloft and free. It should never be stuck on anything, adhered to anything, dipped to anything. They knew it, but they didn't know the internet was coming. So in my book, Absence of Dignity, Restoring the Experience of the American Flag, what I would like to see done is to have a presidential proclamation made and have internet laws and etiquette put into our flag code. And now this here is a little proclamation that I cut out, and this was Woodrow Wilson's actual proclamation from 1916. So it can be done, and I would like to ask President Trump to actually make a proclamation on behalf of our flag to fortify it for the next 100 years, and to look at our flag uses as America as a whole. And so we have right now Shutterstock. If you go to shutterstock.com and just put it in your search bar, okay, on Google it, whatever you need to there, you're going to find 1 million deranged images. When I say deranged images, I mean 1 star, 3 stripes, 2 stars, 5 stars, 13 stars, 33 stars, 36 stars, 2 stars, 9 stars, whatever configuration it is. We are, let us make this clear, the United States of America. 50 stars, 13 stripes, that's the real one. Are fakes allowed? Do we want fakes? Should fakes be a part of our society? Should we just have a standard? So what happens is when our aloft and free flag goes into a digital computer, we start heading over there to that end of the table. The flag can become anything once it goes in here. So in 1923 was the last real, we had other things happen in 1948. You know, we had a star for Alaska, we added a star for Hawaii, we got to 50 stars. So the flag is evolving, it's always evolving, and maybe there'll be more stars, I don't know. I don't have the answer for that, but it's evolving, and it has evolved. So many things have happened, but our real flag code happens in 1923. And so we haven't really revisited that to say what are the laws and etiquette about our flag. Now, in the flag code, you're going to find laws and etiquette. However, the laws are not enforced, okay? And that's where that Supreme Court case came in, and they said, we're not going to enforce these laws, we're not going to put that on the American people, do whatever you want with it. And so this is how we have this. But if everybody learned the Founding Fathers' version of the flag code, we would see we would have a greater level of integrity, and we would have a greater level of dignity as people. So that's an important part of my book. Teach the flag code to all, because if you teach the flag code, this would never happen. Because right now we have all of these people wanting to be patriotic, and they think that this is buying these things is a way to patriotism. However, it's really not. Not according to our founding fathers. According to the Supreme Court, do whatever you want with it. I don't quite believe in the Supreme Court decision, and I think that we should have a higher level standard for ourselves. However, American people can't have a higher standard for themselves because they don't know the flag code. It's not taught in schools, it's not taught in colleges, and it is not taught in the military. Here we have a letter from President Trump, to President Trump, that I wrote him in 2016. And I also wrote, I never heard back. I heard back from Donald Trump. He wrote me a letter back, and I'm trying to get back to him again and bring attention to this flag issue that we are having in America. And here is all the presidents. I have spent time with all the presidents. We're here to Bush. I know all the other ones from Bush aren't there, but we have all of the presidents that I've sat with, and this was their flag. They have all died. Not one president is alive. We have a couple down here that are alive, but they honored this flag in the past. The flag has superseded all of their lives, and it's going to supersede all of us, and we need to fortify it for the next 100 years, 250 years. And the reason I'm so desperately seeking attention to this flag is it's the 250th year jubilee. We're celebrating America's 250th year. It's time to check our flag and to see about our flag usage. Let's continue. So again, we want to honor the military men and women here. So now we come down to a plethora of different items here on this table. And we have this is called the grunge flag here, and this was made in Vietnam. And we have all of these marketers saying, well, if you can do anything with the flag, we can sell you anything. And we even have our own United States of America. And now again, we don't want to fault anybody. And we're not pointing fingers for this presentation because the flag code is not taught. It's not taught in American schools. It's not taught in American colleges. And it's not even taught to our military. So who's at fault here? You don't know it. How can you be guilty? So they say, oh, well, condemn somebody anyway. But you didn't know. You break a law, whatever. So anyway, nobody's condemned here. But there is no freedom, liberty, or justice in any of these items here. So we have a floral bag. So what this is marketable patriotism. Because you want to feel patriotic and you want to feel patriotic in your purchases, we'll put the flag on a flower bag that you are going to crinkle and throw in the garbage. So anyway, we've got the Wonder Bread Company saying buy our hot dog rolls because we're patriotic. The symbol does not mean buy our hot dog rolls. The symbol means liberty, freedom, justice. Get that right. So we have a container for drinking water. So is it okay to contain and put bottled water in here? We already know that the flag code says that's not acceptable. And so we can go down, we've got stickers made in the USA. You can have your kids stick the flag, and as soon as these stickers are stuck on something, the flag is already being deteriorated. And our founding fathers said never adhere the flag to anything. You've got napkins. These napkins, I don't know, made in the USA with only 12 stars. We never were 12 stars. We've got food companies like Splenda using the flag. We've got we've got soap using the flag, and their flag doesn't even have red, white, and blue on it. And that's the other thing our founding fathers said. Now, here's plates made in America. Should you question whether or not a plate is going to carry your food? And then what happens after you eat your food? We know that we should burn the flag because we never want it in the garbage, we never want it in the dirt, we never want it on the ground. But are you going to burn these at the picnic, or are you going to throw them in the garbage can? You know? And we have tobacco manufacturers. We have playing cards. Now, this is a representation of the flag. You're going to clench in your hands. I don't know where the patriotic sense is in that. So these are some American things. This cup really gets me, you know what I mean? And it's going in the garbage. Got the flag on it. Made in the USA. Available at extract. So we have all of these things. We've got other cups, you know, and so does this make these people who purchase this more patriotic? They think so. Anybody who's purchasing things that look like this want to feel and have an action that they can do to make themselves patriotic. It's available, according to our founding fathers. Now, we're going and we've got some Made in America window things. Now, this is our own country. Now, the flag is never supposed to be dipped in water. At any time, anywhere, anyhow. Ever. You have to submerge these in water, submerge them in water, and then stick them onto a window. So how can you really have a great feeling of integrity and dignity toward the flag when you're performing acts that are less than dignified? This is made in China. This has 36 stars, and it's bedding. Our flag code says the flag should never be bedding. So we have this one that's a little more realistic to the flag with the stars and stripes. But again, this is never the application. We have art. Now this is art, and it looks cute, and it looks kind of home stylish, and it's very nice. But again, what is that? Is that supposed to make me feel American? Is that supposed to be a pathway to integrity and dignity? I don't think so. Let's move into China. Now China loves making American stuff because people buy American stuff. How about these rocket copters, these American flag rocket copters? You just shoot the thing up into the air, and wherever it goes and wherever it lands, it doesn't really matter. Okay? How about this flag? Now we know in the flag code, which I didn't read you that part, but this is never supposed to be. I mean, you're always supposed to attach it over here, but you can buy this for $2 at the dollar store. Where are you going to put that? You're going to stick that in the ground? Okay. So we've got art here. We've got a little guy. You can put a candle in his backside, and you can light him up, and light will come all out of him with his 5-star flag. We can have glasses. Little glasses made in China. We'll make them for you. You can have your party favors made in China. Here's your patriotic banner here, made in China. And we have our pinwheels. Oh, these are nice. And these, what I love about these are for our 250th year. Says it right on. Our patriotic pinwheel for our 250th celebration. So China's quite invested in the things that we are doing. We have a food trade. The flag is never meant to carry or hold anything, but you can do that. How about this chain flag made in China? Now this one doesn't work anymore, but this device takes 3 AA batteries, and when you light it up, light comes blasting out like the flag has been shot up. But somebody feels that that's a pathway to patriotism. The box that this came in, which I don't have the whole box, but I took this piece of it. Okay, this flag came in this box. It was item 93009, and its description was the Old Glory flag made in China. Old Glory. Here she is. Okay, so you can walk on the flag. So you want to feel patriotic, China will make you flag flip-flops, okay? And tell them in America, to Americans, because Americans don't know the flag code. Again, artwork here. Now look at this art. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, if you can see this, but this is a piece of $2 trash that you can buy for what? We don't want this in our country, do we? We have to really think about that. Now they're making us pins. Now these are USA flag pins. This one has on the top of it a yellow ribbon. Remember, the flag code says we are never to put anything on top of the image of the flag. Never. Okay, but do you want to listen to the Supreme Court or do you want to listen to the Founding Fathers? Because that's really where we're at today. And teaching them. You know, we can have a little fan here, our Made in China USA fan. That's nice. Yeah, we can take that with us. And so we've got chocolate molds from China, we've got glass. And so I'm going to just take a quick stab at this here. Now this says, this picture board was prepared, and these are things that are in the book, Absence and Dignity, Restoring the Experience of the American Flag by Sherry Baylis. Should a soldier salute, and in the flag code, it says a soldier should salute at the sight of a flag, are these fakes or are they real? So, these are kind of fake things. Do we want fake flags? Does that entertain us as Americans? Do we need this flag jump to feel a connection to our homeland? Or should that flag be on a pole, flying aloft and free? You know, if China's making our special little 250th balloons, 6 stars, we were never 6 stars, but you can buy it, and people buy it. And we have our flag calendars made in China with all of our pictures of the flag that should never be presented the way that they're being presented. We have flag napkins. Now, this napkin is like a bomb. I mean, when you look at that, it is supposed to be embraced. I mean, it is the flag of the United States of America. But let me just see what we can do with that. Okay, so anyway, patriotism is for sale, cheap. Okay, now the fun part starts over here. Now this one here, I just got to grab my glasses for a minute here. This one here, okay, these are little paper trays. And now, not only has China showed that there's marketable patriotism, this is $1 billion industry. Okay, this is nationwide. Okay, these ones here are made in Malaysia, so Malaysia wants a piece of the market. If they could sell 1 million of these, Malaysia's got $1 million. So we've got these ones here. We've got the hot dog trays. So we got little hot dog trays. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's made in Malaysia. So we want Malaysia making our stuff. Oh, and we've got some flaggy hanging decorations. So now India wants a piece of the action. So these were made in India because Americans want to feel patriotic. And so actually, if we just see what's inside of here, and we were to take one of these out, oh, look at this. How does that make you feel? Are you ready to party for the 250th celebration of the United States of America with this flag? Maybe. So we have that. We've got some noisemakers, and I think these are just great. You know, I haven't opened these up yet, but let's just do this. Guess what? These ones are made in Bangladesh. Bangladesh, oh my God, let's just see what happens when I open these here. That's a great application of the flag, not. So anyway, USA, go USA. So anyway, if they could sell 1 million or 2 million or 5 million of these, that's a good take. And Americans, give it up. So we have also another nice patriotic table covering. And this one again, Malaysia, saying marketable patriotism, money is in that. So, and this one here, this one hurts me, you know, because I am a kite lover. I think that flying a kite, everybody go fly a kite with your kids at the first chance, but don't use this flag. Okay, this one here, this one is Hong Kong. So this is, you know, and I'm so glad that they have a flag and that they, or that they have a kite, but it's called Wicked Kites. So we have a flag that's from Wicked Kites that has the Statue of Liberty and a flag, and you can fly it up in the air. So these are some things, and this one here, we don't want to forget about this because who doesn't want to adorn their house with this made in China decor right here? You know, this is, you know, this is prime stuff. And the reason people are buying it is because it's a physical connection to a homeland bond. Bond. Now, in our homeland, there's many other ways to feel patriotic. I mean, volunteer, get involved. There's so many ways to feel patriotic. Okay, but I'm going to show you some ways that aren't that. Now, this one I celebrated Flag Day with. So I really, felt maybe, I don't know, kind of gracious to China. This one is so real, and this one is made in China, out of nylon. Now, in our flag code, the part that I didn't read, it says that our flag is to only be fashioned out of American soiled goods, things that were grown here, manufactured here, and put together here. But, however, this nylon flag is definitely made in China. Comes out of Chesapeake Bay, Virginia. That's who received this and sold it. So that's okay there. Now, we also have flags, and I don't have this one folded right because I don't consider it to be the real flag. So we have this flag, and this was a gift, but somebody felt that it was very country-ish, and it had that homespun kind of feel to it. But our flag was supposed to be red, white, and blue. That is clearly not white. So whose flag is this? This is not our flag. This is not the flag of the United States of America. Okay, so when you say, oh, well, it looks like it, it's really not. So we have all of these things that people are reaching to, and they don't understand. Here's the great Home Depot 250th, you see the 250, 250th America bucket with the flag on it. Now we got this flag. Now the flag was never intended to hold anything, but I guess if we were to take this napkin here, that we could throw that in there, and we could make a point. Now this bucket sells for $5, and you can do whatever you want to it. You can kick it, you can store it, you can slide it, you can do anything you want to it for $5. So all of this merchandise you can see isn't much, but the connection to your homeland bond that clicks in your head makes you support a billion-dollar industry. Now, this is just some of the stuff. You know how much more stuff is out there. I'm bringing it to your attention tonight. Okay, and now I'm going to bring some other serious things to your attention. Now, we've looked over this table, and I'm appreciative of your time. I do know we have to look at this here because the flag is never supposed to be worn, but all kinds of people are wearing the flag. This particular shirt, it says it right here. I've got it taped up there. I know you probably can't zoom in that close, but this is made in China. Land of the free, home of the brave. Well, thank you, China. I am so glad that you feel that about us and that you would produce such a shirt for us to wear. That's a kicker right there. So anyway, we're going to come over to this board here. And this board is going to highlight, and you guys can bring this in. Let me just see if I can bring this out a little bit here. Okay, so we've got this board here. Now in 2026, the American Flag Code violations are here, the major ones. And the flag code has been lost. We don't even know the flag code anymore. People don't even know it. We should go back and say, should we know that? Should that be being taught in K through 12? Should that be being taught in the colleges and the universities? Should that be being taught to our military? Our military is that hurts me the most because they don't know the flag code. And you should see the things they do with the flag, thinking that they're being patriotic. Look around. So right here we have all of these things come out of the book, Absence of Dignity, Restoring the Experience of the American Flag. Over here we have nightly news. Now you can see this is two flags combined together. And this is Kay Snow. We love you, Kay Snow, or many years with Kay Snow here. But anyway, graphic artists made this visual with no knowledge of the flag code. You would never combine our flags into such a presentation for us to try to digest. What could that possibly mean? It's interpretable. It's uninterpretable, I should say. So we have our media, and I have a couple other things I'm going to go to in just a minute. I'm going to show you some media things and some advertising. We're saving that for just a minute. We have our food companies. Now, I did show you Splenda down there, but Splenda's not only alone. There are the Wonder Bread. It goes on. You'll see it wherever people want to splash the flag to get your attention and maybe make that sale. The flag was never intended to do that, but it is doing that all over the nation. Here, art. We went over art. Now this actual piece of the flag has, you know what this is? This is on the back of a semi 18-wheeler truck. It looks like a beautiful paint job. I'm sure whoever had the truck is, you know, as patriotic as they come. I mean, this is their business truck. I left their name off of there, but, you know, they're pretty proud of that. And they think that they're greater than all the other people in the country because they've got such a great expense put into this flag. The flag is not art. It doesn't belong on the back of a tractor trailer where there's mud, dirt, snow, and riding around on the highways. No, but artists have lost the flag code, and I really would like to see artists realize that the flag is not art, it is art itself. Here we have the United States Post Office. Now, this one gets me, it's still going on, it just drives me nuts, but I'll show you a couple examples of that in a couple of minutes. Now here we have the United States Post Office. The United States Post Office does not know the flag code of the United States of America. Selling flag stamps to be adhered to a letter, to be gone through a process that puts black ink all over the flag, making it irrendable, and then sending it through a mail chute for it to be ripped open and discarded into the garbage. How could you take a symbol of the flag and do those things with it? I can't fathom it, but it's going on. The flag stamps, you could probably go right down to the post office today and pick some of those up. We'll move on over here. Now let's talk about the NFL. Now, we want to give them a lot of credit, but the NFL obviously doesn't know the flag code, okay? In the flag code, the flag should never be presented horizontally. And you know what I'm going to tell you, folks? The only time that flag is horizontal is when it's lifted off from a military casing. Okay, that's the flag code. And that's the sacred right of having a horizontal flag. That is not understood here. Now when we look at these, right here in this picture, I know it's hard to see, but this is 70,000 people. And you know when the football game comes on, they've got the flag down here, and what they have done is sewn handles onto this what's called a stadium. They even have a name for it. It's a stadium-sized flag. And what they have done is put handles on the flag, and then when the game is coming on, they take the handle and they whip it in a cult-like way. And that's supposed to get everybody ready for the game, to feel patriotic and to get ready for the game. In my opinion, somebody took a left there. I don't know. But they didn't know the flag code. Okay, we have dimensions and we have all of the thing in our flag code. This comes right out of our flag code. I know it's kind of hard to see there. But, we can't blame the NFL because they don't know the flag code. Because if you knew the flag code, you would never do that with the flag. Especially knowing the one time that the flag is horizontal. Up here, we've got the police. Now this is the Blue Lives Matter flag. Now this flag has been around since about 2014, and I don't know the entire journey of the situation, but I do know a part of it. And a 19-year-old college student took the colors out of the flag and added the blue line, and he presented it to someone in the police department, and they made a campaign out of it. And this flag now lives, okay? This is a complete hijacking of the United States of America flag. What is this flag? Our flag is supposed to be red, white, and blue only. This cannot be. The military went on and did it. The military has the green flag, the green line flag. Our military needs their own flag to get support. Our police need their own flag to get support. Who's in charge? Who's calling the shots? Who's in charge here? Is this our flag of the United States of America? No way. Our flag of the United States of America is right here. So I've got a little problem with that Blue Lives Matter flag. Do I love the police? Have the police been in every greatness of our country? They belong in every greatness of our country. But I think somebody took a left here with this flag. Now we have a soldier right here. And I don't know if you can see. I tried to circle it with a marker right here. But this is a soldier. This soldier is properly wearing the patch of the United States of America. However, he is carrying over his shoulder the Blue Lives Matter flag. Think about it. Who's in charge? Who's got the real flag? Who's the United States of American citizen? Who's representing the United States of America? And all of these applications, it can only be said that no one would do that if you knew the United States Code. And the United States Code is the document that's missing. It's 54 titles, and remember, Title 4, Section 8 is what we're talking about. So obviously, all of these institutions do not know the flag code of the United States of America. Now, I'm going to switch down here for just a minute, and we're going to go to this pile. Now, in advertising and flag use, I want to stand this out. Okay, so we do have the flag rendered unusable here. This is the media. Now, the newspaper, to let its readers be patriotic, this September 7th, proudly display this flag. Okay, so now all of this here breaks the flag code. And look at this. This is not a flag of the United States of America. And I mean, it can be crinkled, it can be worn, it can be, and is it gonna get burned? So the media. So we have a little card here. I'll block out the name, but he has his business card. So he's trying to get you to get business with him because he's got a flag on his card. We've got, these here are great. This is, when you buy a United States savings bond, you get these certificates, okay? And this is from the government of the United States of America. This is United States Savings Bonds gift certificate. How can that be? Look at that flag, look at that. Is that a presentation? So we have it in bookmarks. We have it, now this is life insurance. Now the life insurance puts the flag on there hoping that they can embrace you as being an American and that they're an American company. And many un-American companies use the flag just to get your attention. Now this here we have, this is the actual, I self-addressed stamped an envelope to me, and this is the flag with its black markings making it unrenderable to be used again. Now how could that be in our own United States Post Office? We have this congressman or assemblyman, and he wants to use the flag, but now he can't know the flag code. I'll protect his name there, but he put an eagle, he put all this writing, and he put all this on top of the flag. If you knew the flag code, you would never do that. We got another one here. He says that he supports our veterans, and this is what he sends in the mail. Is it really, is this really, is it mailbag, envelope, folder, into that? So, and we got another insurance company. We can go with greeting cards. Now, what's the destination of this greeting card? It's so nice, but what happens to it? What do you do with it? Do you just keep it forever? Do you throw it in the garbage? Whatever. So anyway, we've got a couple, and this one is a absentee ballot application. So look at what they've done with the flag. Again, our own, this is from the Herkimer County Board of Elections, okay? They don't know the flag code. How can you write lines and lettering all over when, if you knew the flag code, that would never be acceptable. Let's see here, I got a couple more. Hover round, I mean, they don't even give you the stars, but they just want to give you that splash so that maybe that patriotism feeling will come out in you and you'll make that decision. So, and that's manipulation. We have in here, oh, I brought them. I've got all these collections. I've been getting them. These flags, these flag stamps. So just, make sure we know that they're out there. And this says, I got it right here, United States Postal Service. United States. We have to check ourselves as a United States. Okay, and we got address labels. These ones are all going to be disparaged, thrown in the garbage, and they're all different types of address labels. Little pieces of flag on there and make me feel patriotic in my mail. We got nice and easy. They're trying to get you to come and have this patriotic feeling so that you'll come and get a cup of coffee. That happens. Price Chopper, I love Price Chopper. Price Chopper is my store. I go there all the time. But their summertime flyer is decorated with the flag so that you'll feel that need to connect the flag with your food purchases. It's not a food purchase decision. The flag shouldn't be that. Calendars, we have flag splashes and calendars. What does that do to your mind? Our founding fathers said that our flag should bring instant feelings of freedom, liberty, and justice. How many times did that happen when I was showing you this stuff? This is our Made in the USA. Now, everybody think about it. When China wants to put where it was made,
they put made in China. And that's it. Do you ever see the Chinese flag on anything? They don't disparage their flag. This here was on a side table that goes in a garden. The sticker I took off the table, I don't think you can even unstick it anymore. I don't even know what you would do with this. It was $9.99. And it made in USA, oh, we're proud, you know. Okay, so here we have a bumper sticker. Now this is great. This is from paralyzed veterans. I love the paralyzed veterans. I support them with monetary donations, and they send me this. I'm supposed to stick this on my bumper. Now I love God bless America, and I hope that God blesses America. I always want God to bless us all. Bless me, bless you all. And but as soon as this gets stuck on something, the degradation starts to happen. There's going to be no honor to that. Now, the American Legion, I love the American Legion. Been going there for years. I love the guys in the American Legion. I love all those people. But see, we don't want to use the flag in a thing like this because if we put it on a magazine or we put it in an ad or we put it somewhere, how is that dignified use? So our flag code was written for dignified use at all times. So here's the envelope that I got. This was from the taxes. So the particular tax people, I'll hide them up. But this was this is what they used to mail the tax receipt in. And so I just want to see it like United States Post Office. We can have that. So anyway, we've got all these things. We've got extra sparkly stickers. This one I love. This one is Walmart. I saved this. Now Walmart is making a patriotic statement in this. And made in the USA, obviously there's the little stars and there's the little stripes. It's flag-like. I mean, that's what your mind is supposed to think. And it says, over the next 10 years, Walmart will spend $50 billion more buying products that are manufactured in the US. I wonder if that's happening. So, anyway, last time I was at Walmart, I couldn't find anything made in America, but that's the way it goes. So anyway, national survey. Okay, so there's a bed mattress place. Okay, it's a mattress place. They want you to feel patriotic. I want my patriotic feeling to be on a pole, or maybe up there, like it's standing there. The flag is over there. Okay, and we even have it in magazines. Again, what's the destination of this magazine? Do we think that critically about the flag, or do we go with what the Supreme Court says and do whatever you want? I'm trying to bring back the document because I feel everyone that I have taught the flag code to wants to know it. They weren't taught it in school. There was no other place to get it. The only place that they ever heard it in their lives was from me. So, and that's happened in the last 30 years. I've been doing this presentation a lot of times. Now, we've gotten God we trust. Now this is wonderful. We want to have this motto, this national motto of the United States of America was adopted by Congress June 30th, 1956. So I guess we let go of the flag code to pick up God. Because God was never our motto. This in God we trust, like this. So we forgot the flag code. We can trust God, but we don't know how to use the flag. So here we have a patch. Now this patch, it's got an orange border. Is that right? Is that our flag? Does that bring you to liberty, justice, or does it bring you to an orange border? Like, what is that? We've got pins. And I love our lighters. You know, I had to get these lighters. But this is this one here. Let's see. Oh, this one's made in America. So you can have this one made in America for $1.36. So we got keys. You can have your whack keys. Makes your patriotic key. Does that make you feel good? You can have one of those keys. It makes you extra American if you got one of these on your key ring. So I got pens. Pens is that almost looks wrong. It almost looks clownish. Our flag almost looks clownish in this pen. It's like, are you feeling the freedom and the dignity and the integrity in this? So and we got lighters. Flick your Bic. I really wish Bic would stop doing this to the flag, but again, they don't know the flag code. So this one has Circle K on it, and this one is a USO support our troops. So there's a feeling that comes with this merchandise that isn't that of liberty, justice, and freedom. It's junk. It doesn't take you there. I mean, if anybody sees any of this stuff, does this take you? Liberty, Liberty. I'm trying to even think what liberty means. It doesn't go together. I know what liberty means. This doesn't take it together. Okay, so there's a Christmas ornament. Is this the proper flag use? But it's marketable patriotism. So I don't know where we're at on our clock right here, but I've got a couple of things that I want to close with over here. I hope that you guys will have your eyes open and that you will understand that this is a very, very precious symbol. The flag of the United States of America is a replacement. The men and women that had died under this flag. So sad. And for it to become junk, it's a choice. So now, if the Supreme Court says do whatever you want with it, I would like to see with this presentation and with my book, the American people, who I think are filled with dignity and integrity, and all of their ways, so many people that I know are filled with it. But how can they make these great expressions if they don't even know how? So if you're gonna just flip over here for just a second. Okay, so please help me in your speeches, in your talks, in your things, in your teachings. Teach the flag code. Find a copy of it. If you can get my book, we'll go there. You can get it from there. But you can search it out and you can find the United States flag code. How we fortify this flag in the 250th Jubilee. Make a noise. Write a letter to a congressperson. Write a letter to the president, because I really would love President Trump to come and make a proclamation on the next 250 years of our flag. Where is our flag going? If this is where our flag is in 2026, where is it headed? My gratitude for your time is immense and profound. May this presentation never be forgotten in your mind, and may you share the knowledge in your life work continually. My dream is for every American to know, every American. There was a time that nobody knew what a microwave was. Nobody knew that there was going to be microwave food in the grocery store or the freezer department or anywhere. You could stick it, we got microwave everything. There was a time no one knew the microwave. We are at that time with the flag code of the United States of America in the United States Code, Title 4. So, if everybody can learn how to use a microwave, everybody can learn the flag code and then make their own decisions to say, you know what, is that really right? Did the Supreme Court really make the right choice for our flag? And look at it in 2026. This is the result. Marketable patriotism, disrespect, wearing of the flag. You could piss in the bucket if you wanted to. So anyway, my dream is for every American to know the flag code of the United States of America and for them to embrace the qualities of real admiration. Admiration fulfills a part of the human experience. Personal interconnectedness to our country and its incredible journey brought forth to us to the right and the pursuit of happiness, liberty, justice, and freedom. Okay, just a little more. Okay, so how did I get here? Well, there was a woman, and if you're from the Alien area, you would know her. She was called the Flag Lady, and her name was Marion Ross Morse. She lived till she was 92 years old, and she's buried in the Armory Hill Cemetery right here in Alien. And she spent her days teaching the flag code, the real flag code, out of the United States Code to people all over the community as a gift and service that she felt she wanted to do. And we remember her. There are so many people that remember the Flag Lady. And through years and years of her and I spending time together and her teaching me and driving this greatness into my heart and into my soul for this flag and for what the soldiers, just this with the shoulder, should they, right there it says, should the soldiers salute? No. She knew there was a real flag and there was a real meaning, and she wanted it alive. And she instilled it so deeply to me today, I can bring you all this presentation. I've researched, I've read, and right now I'm hoping to get a pre-order on my book if there's any interest, but you can find it on your own. And no matter what comes of this, if the flag is fortified, and if the president would make a proclamation to the American people to say that in the 250th year, we're going to stop
And we're gonna look, and we're gonna listen, and we're gonna realize that the flag needs its place in history for the next 250 years. And what is right use of it and what is wrong use of it, and who's really right, our founding fathers or the Supreme Court. Okay, and caring never leads to harm. Not caring can lead to harm. The US flag is harmed. Caring, again, can change that. We, the people, need to know how to care. We do not know how to care for the flag of the United States of America. Thank you for your time. Please research this more. Leave comments on Facebook, leave questions, leave anything that you feel that might be relevant. I appreciate your time and spending this time with me, and I hope that I can get this message to the President of the United States so that he can make a real proclamation to the American people about the future of our flag and who actually we should be listening to, our founding fathers or the Supreme Court, who said you can do anything you want with it, disparage it, wreck it, throw it in the garbage, piss in it, do whatever that you want with it. Are they right? Do we need to have Baylis versus the Supreme Court? And to say, do we need to take those laws off the book? Because all of these things in the United States Code are laws. Even if they're not enforced, they are laws on the books, real laws on how to treat the flag and they were left by our founding fathers. And so what is our fathers, our new generation of fathers, going to do with our flag, and what kind of proclamation can be made? I think a real serious one can be made, and I think a great one. And in my book, I say that we need a great flag restoration. And it's gonna take 10 years. It'll take, by the time a proclamation, and then the only way to change the United States Code to add in anything about the internet usage, it has to be a proclamation, and then it has to go all the way to Congress, and it has to be ratified by Congress, and just to get that document to be in its perfectest form before it can go to Congress, is many years, it could be more than this administration. But I think in our 250th year, we need to pause. We need to remember how we got here, whose sacrifices there actually were that were in this flag, and how they've become through all of the time that it's here. And where is it going from here? And what country should make our flag? And should we tell other countries? No, please. We don't need anything that's American flag. We're all set. And we can do that. We just have to put up our hand and write a proclamation and stop allowing it or stop admitting it or whatever. But everybody wants a piece of the nice tasty pie. So is it patriotism? Is it about money? Or is it about liberty, justice, freedom, integrity, and dignity? Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great night.